Okay, we are headed off to the goat pen to do our very first vaccinations on our goats. So this is a CDT vaccination, which is for tetanus for goats. And since the girls are pregnant, you're supposed to try to give it to them about a month before they actually kid or give birth, whatever you want to say, because that will help the babies have some of their own immunity. So I watched several videos, and most people do subcutaneously, which means you pinch the skin up into a tent and inject. And just really hoping this goes well. Just like separating me from the herd. Why did we start with Marty?
Not a good one.
Come here, girl. Come here, Marty.
Not Marty. Think about Marty. Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave.
I shifted.
50-year-old in cat. 50-year-old in cat.
Dang it. Too smart. Let's just get it in.
I mean, if we don't get her, it doesn't matter anyway.
Come here, Danny. Not you, Mary. Here you go, Danny. Okay. All right.
Here, Daniel.
Okay. Let me get her in good position first, because you're gonna break that needle right off.
I'm doing the back of the leg.
So right behind her shoulder, actually. This is not gonna work.
Here, Danny.
Don't do it yet. Let me get her.
I know.
Okay.
It's she farted when she ran.
It's gonna be really hard.
Maybe I should hold. This is for you. Come here. Danny. Danny. Danny, it's doing good. Don't look away from me. I'm trying to help you.
Come on. I'm sorry.
Oh, she doesn't trust you anymore.
I know. Come here, girl. Mary?
How do you make that noise without opening your mouth?
Yeah, Mary. Okay, hold on.
You might have to go into the muscle.
Right behind your shoulder blade. You lift this in. I can't be hurting a little baby goat right there, can I?
You can see on the camera.
No, that's okay. Here you go, Mary. Come here. Come on. I got you some hay. Here you go, Mary. So
What's
late.
clapping?
You might be able to get Danny just by doing the hay. Here you go, girl. You did a good job. Okay, here's Danny again. How's it coming out?
Just squeeze it all out.
Oh, shoot. You want me to go get some more? Here, hold this, I'll go get one. Sorry, Marty. I bet you thought that was all that could actually go wrong in one vaccination attempt. You were wrong. Remember, this was our very first time, and we made pretty much every mistake you can make. We had watched multiple videos, and I thought, surely we've got this. It doesn't look that bad. But right after, you see the last part of the video where the vaccine had emptied out onto the ground and in Brad's pocket, I went in to get a refill on the vaccine. I got into the house. I carefully unscrewed the top to see why it was leaking. And it had, like, the needle wasn't fully screwed in. And I don't know if it'd come loose while we were trying to chase around the goats. But it had come loose somehow. So I went to go screw it back in, and I had taken off my gloves and everything, trying not to fumble with the needle. And I actually ended up pricking myself with this needle that had the CDT vaccine on it. It immediately had like a little bead of blood. It wasn't huge, but I thought, oh my gosh, I have just accidentally vaccinated myself with a goat vaccine. So I called a doctor, which is actually my sister. And I said, Julia, I just pricked my finger with a vaccine meant for a goat. She goes, let me get this straight. You just pricked your finger with a goat vaccine. It's meant for a goat. Yeah, that's what I just said, Julia. And she starts laughing. She says, oh my gosh, let me look up a few things, because apparently this isn't something that happens just all the time. So she looked up a few things and called me back. She said, did this happen before or after you vaccinated the goat? I said, before. Hadn't even touched the goat. She's like, great. You're going to be fine. Very minimal amount, and this isn't a huge deal. Now, had you already pricked the goat, then we would have had to start watching for signs of infection and things like that. It's going to be fine. I said, phew. So I went back out with the vaccine. Actually, I called her after we vaccinated the last goat. First, I went back out and said to Brad, oh my gosh, I vaccinated myself. And he said, only you, Erin. Only you could do this. But actually, that's not true, because Julia also sent me an article that said about 80% of people that vaccinate their own animals at some point prick themselves. So if this happens to you, don't freak out. Go ahead and call your doctor. It's probably always the best plan. Let them know what happened. See if they want to do something about it, specifically if it's a different kind of vaccine, or if you've accidentally vaccinated the goat first, or whatever has happened. Yeah, I was freaking out just a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. So as soon as we got back in from vaccinating the final goat, I did go call my sister.
Bone. She's so bony.
Maybe on your shoulder.
There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Come here, this whole bucket. Here, take it. We love you. All we want is what's best for you.
So hopefully this video is helpful to you in what not to do to vaccinate your goats. I have to laugh so hard every time I think about how easy we thought this was going to be. In fact, we intended to make this a how-to video, how to vaccinate your goats, because we thought it was going to be a breeze. Apparently you should do that after you've vaccinated your goats multiple times, so that you look like a pro rather than like a beginner. But we are beginners, so I hope you've enjoyed the video and all of the antics. Have a good day.